Hello, my name is Grayson and this is my first booktube video. So I'm not really sure how this is supposed to go. We're just gonna give it our best old college try, I suppose. I figured that the best way for me to introduce you to me in the book world is to bring back book tags. So we're gonna do one of those today. Hopefully that gives you kind of a little bit of a taste into how I am as a reader. And yeah, we'll go from there. Got our tea, candle lit, and yeah, let's get into it, I guess. Handy dandy notebook. How many books is too many in a series? I am the worst person to ask for this because I don't read a lot of series. I am kind of a literary fiction one-off boy, but I was a Harry Potter kid, and I'm trying to get into fantasy and sci-fi. I'd say 3 to 4 is a pretty good number. Doesn't feel overwhelming. How do you feel about cliffhangers? I don't mind. I like a good open ending. Leave it to your imagination. Why not? Hardback or paperback? Paperback. Fuck a hardcover. They drive me nuts. I read my books like this, and I tend to roll them up and stuff them in my back pocket. Can't do that with a hardback. They're very pretty. I love them to sit on my shelf. If I really love a book, I'll buy a hardcover version of it. But other than that, paperback all day long. Favorite book? An impossible question, truly. My default is to say a little life, and I know that's gonna make people be like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? A Little Life is definitely on there. Writers and Lovers by Lily King. That is a shared favorite between me and a few friends. A new favorite, Beautiful World, Where Are You, Sally Rooney. Incredible. And if we're going non-fiction, In the Dream House by Carmen Maria Machado, or Crandon H. Mart by Michelle Zauner. That's way more than one favorite book, but we're on BookTube, so. Least favorite book? I don't know if I can give you a least favorite book. I can give you one of my least favorite authors that I've read, and that's Taylor Jenkins Reid. Don't really love her work. I read Daisy Jones and the Six. It's on my shelf, and it just really wasn't for me. So we'll go with that. There's for sure worse books out there. I just can't think of them because they're not on my shelf. Love triangles, yes or no? No. I don't love a love triangle. Sorry. Most recent book you didn't finish? Where is it? I just saw it. I didn't not finish this because I didn't like it. I just don't think I was in the right place to read it at that time. I had a friend visiting from out of town right after I started it, and she gifted me a book that I really wanted to read, so I jumped into that, and yeah, it just kind of got lost. So I will finish this one day. No hate to this book, but the last one I didn't finish was A Tree Grows in Brooklyn. Book you're currently reading? Handy dandy. Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. This is a buddy read with my best friend Julia. Hi Jules. And this is one of her favorite books. So for our book club in December, we decided to read that. I'm like 150 pages in. I got a head start. And yeah, so current read, Love in Other Words. Last book you recommended someone? Oh, I'm always recommending books. That's near impossible. I think I recommended Beautiful World, Where Are You to someone at my work. And then Dungeon Crawler Carl, I recommended to my friend Amy. Checking my shelf. Yeah, probably those. I think I recommended In the Dream House recently as well to my best friend Zach. I'm really bad at answering just one at a time, apparently. Oldest book you've read by publication date. Oh, that is pretty much impossible. Probably my collection of Jane Austen. But then again, she's a woman, and so I don't know when she was published compared to some of the like classic men authors I have. 1984 by George Orwell, maybe? I don't read a lot of classics. Oops. Newest book you've read by publication date. Oh. Maybe People We Meet on Vacation when I got it. When was this published? First edition, May 2021. There's probably something newer in this on this shelf or that I've read in the past. Lessons in Chemistry? Question mark. Copyright 2022. Let's go with Lessons in Chemistry. Probably this one. Because I don't feel like digging anymore. Favorite author? Oh, I'm an idiot. John Green. John Green, I've read everything he's ever written, and I've loved every second of it. And Joan Didion. I'm so dumb. Those two. John Green, Joan Didion. Buying or borrowing books? Okay. I'm a big proponent of borrowing books. I think libraries are fantastic. They are very great and should exist for people who can't afford to buy books. I have the luxury of being able to buy myself books, and that is my preferred because I annotate the fuck out of my books. I love to write in them, mark them up, and then I love to gift those to people. So for me personally, buying books, but love a borrowed book. A book you disliked that everyone else loved. Ooh, probably Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I feel like everybody really loves, not everybody. There's a big subsection of the book internet that loves Taylor Jenkins Reid, and she's not for me, and that's fine. Bookmarks or dog ears? A combo. I like a bookmark because I'm a little OCD, and so I like the lines in my book to be crisp, so I'll use my bookmark to do that. But I love a dog-eared page. Like if the page is really significant to me, like something on it really sticks out, I will dog-ear that page. So a little combo of both is the only answer I can give. I can't decide. Book you can always reread. A Little Life. This is going to be the first year, 2026 meaning, the first year since I've read this in, I think, 2021, that I'm not rereading it. I've reread it every year since then, so 5 years I reread this book. And everyone thinks I'm insane for it, and that's fair. It is kind of trauma porn, let's be real. But that's not why I love this book. I love this book because it talks very deeply about friendship and intimacy among friends, and that's really important to me. So I read this book 5 times through, which is a feat because it's like 720 pages, and I love it, and I will probably reread it again in my life, but I'm gonna put it down for a little bit. And then Looking for Alaska. I couldn't tell you how many times I've reread this book. I have a tattoo from it. I also have a tattoo from A Little Life. But yeah, Looking for Alaska. This book is so important to me as a human, and I can always reread it. If I'm in a slump, I will probably pick this up. Can you read while listening to music? Yes. All of my friends think I'm insane for it, but I almost can't read in silence. Like, I need something. I need lo-fi or like rain sounds or whatever. If I'm out in nature, if I'm camping or what have you, I can read in silence. But for the most part, I need music. I can listen to my normal music, like lyrics and all, and be totally fine. One POV or multiple, I'm pretty laid back with that. I am good with either. I think it has to be done well. A good example of that would be Beautiful World, Where Are You by Sally Rooney. She does a really great job at the multiple POVs. Same with Normal People. I guess technically it is third person, but you get multiple characters' thoughts within that. So yeah, I can do multiple. A Little Life goes back and forth between the 4 boys. Yeah, it doesn't bother me when it's multiple. One POV, solid. That's the book I'm reading right now. And I think it tends to lean more towards that in fiction more often than not, because multiple POV is hard to do. Do you read a book in one sitting or multiple days? Depends on the book. I mean, and it depends on what kind of reading I'm feeling. I think for the most part, on average, I read 1 to 2 books a week. That's a pretty good average for me, I'd say. And then the last question is a book you read because of the cover. Ooh. I feel like for the most part, when I buy a book, it's because someone has recommended it to me, whether that be through the internet or a friend. But let's see. Probably, and this is the second one, which I haven't read yet, but I read the first one, and I think it was because of the cover, and that's Dungeon Crawler Carl. This is the second one, Carl's Doomsday Scenario. Haven't read it yet. My little sister has my copy of the first one, so yeah, probably that one. Another great one is Evenings and Weekends. Look at that cover. It's fantastic. Gorgeous. Especially in my lighting. Ooh. It looks like I haven't read this because I had another copy that I read and annotated and mailed across the country. So that's a little book tag. I hope that let you know a little bit more about me as a reader. I'm giving this a try because it's something that I've been wanting to do for a while. I love literature and I love talking about books, so I'm hoping that this is a space for me to do that, even if it's only my friends that watch. So this is video 1. Hope to see you back for video 2, and yeah, if I don't talk to you before then, happy holidays.